Alright, welcome to the second round of the Eldritch Moon Shadows over Innistrad Phantom Sealed event. Alright, so this is a decent hand. We got a Fork in the Road and 2 lands, so I think we'll keep it. Raven Inspector for our opponent. So yeah, we'll just lead with Forest, and yeah, Forest, pass the turn back. Next turn we can Fork in the Road, get a mountain, put land in the graveyard, and then we can play Woodland Patrol after that. So as long as we draw lands, it looks like we have decent things going on. Okay, there's the land. I think we want to play Forest and get 2 mountains. One. Yeah. 2 and pass it back. So take a little damage from this Raven Inspector, but it's okay. Next turn we have Woodland Patrol. Turn after we have Innkeeper, and we have Cultist Staff, we have a Lashweed Lurker, so we have some good possibilities. Alright, so first we start out with the Woodland Patrol. That will hold back our opponent's Raven Inspector. I don't think we want to trade with the Field Creeper because we got an Innkeeper coming up the turn after. So like we'll take 2 damage here, and then we play an Innkeeper, lock down our opponent's planes, maybe. Ooh. Okay. We're still gonna play the Innkeeper and lock down our opponent's last land. And then we probably just emerge the Lashweed Lurker maybe the turn after. Hard to say. We could play the Stag. We have a lot of options. So we can play the Stag and eat a creature. We can play the Patrol plus the Staff. We can Alchemist Greeting something, or we could cast Lashweed Lurker. I think probably going to want to play the Stag and eat his Tapper. Seems so. If we play the Stag and eat the Tapper, then the next turn we can play Patrol plus Staff, and the turn after that we can sacrifice the Patrol to emerge the Lashweed Lurker. And this way we can attack our Innkeeper and kill both his creatures. That seems fine. Oh, we gotta play our island first. Okay, so Stag, kill his Tapper, and attack in. Seems good. Next turn, Woodland Patrol plus Staff seems fine. Or, yeah, I think Woodland Patrol plus Staff, unless our opponent plays something that we want to. Greetings. So kill his tapper. And attack with our Innkeeper. Oh, okay. So that isn't a huge deal. So he has his, he wants his tapper. It's good information to have. Yeah, so if we play the Woodland Patrol plus like the Cultist Staff. Okay, so we want to kill 1, 2, 3. I mean, we get them both anyways, but yeah, that's fine with us. Keep our opponent's board a little clear. We will be able to lash with Lurker at some point. And depending if we keep drawing, let's see what our opponent gets. But it seems likely that we're gonna kill this. It's not really something that we want to. Oh, he has a Thalia. Okay. So, yeah, we don't want to put that back on top of our opponent's library. Oh, perfect. So, we can Greetings his guy. We'll be able to kill his Thalia next turn. And we can attack for 4. Alright, so that was a good draw for us. Yep, knock our opponent down. Hopefully he plays the Thalia. And we can just kill it. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. We like that. Alright, so he could have the 1 mana spell that counter the 1 mana counter spell. But if he does, then we can cast like our Woodland Patrol and Prey Upon. Here, let's try it this way first. Alright. We'll attack. And I think we just play our patrol. And we could use our Prey Upon to eat his tapper now so that he won't get a chance to tap next turn. And I think that's fine. Keep our opponent's board clear. He can't tap our guys down next turn. So we can attack for 7. We could actually play and equip this and attack for 9. Okay. Scholar's fine. He emerges a Wretched Griff, which is also fine. Because we'll play an equip, and then our opponent is gonna have to trade off or something. So we got 3, 6 mana. So play Cultist Staff, equip cultist staff. Attack. And now our opponent really has to block. Yeah, trade off. Take 5. Go to 7. And we still have our lurker in our hand. We're actually getting decently close to casting it. If we draw a land next turn, we can Cryptolith Right, and then the turn after. Alright, so just how we drew it up. So, attack. As long as our opponent doesn't have something. And put our opponent to 2. We can play this fragment and this land. And now I think it's going to be just about impossible for our opponent to win this game. We can play a lurker. We can just ping him twice. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. We don't even need to show our opponent either of these cards. Like, there's just no reason to. We just attack, kill our opponent's creature. I think we still play the Wretched Griff. No, I think if we tap the Cryptolith Fragment, our opponent's just dead. No reason to show our opponent any extra cards, because we can tap it on his turn, and then untap, tap it on our upkeep, and he's just dead. Okay, that's fine. That's not going to do anything except for show us that he has an angel. So, add a green. And then add a green. Okay. So, our opponent does have the Angel of Deliverance. And, you know, a couple bounce spells, Thalia, Lancers. Let's see. Watch on the Web is probably good against our opponent. Let's see. What's probably bad? Probably Wolfkin Bond is probably not great. I feel like our opponent can just really get us with a bounce spell. Yeah, it's probably fine. Submit it like that. And see what we got. Not a very good hand. A mountain. A galvanic bombardment. Like if we draw a forest, this hand is good. Other than that, like if we don't draw land, we're in a bit of trouble. Let's see. He's mulliganed to 6 cards. So I feel less bad about mulliganing to 6 cards. Alright, that's better. We'll keep that. And scry that to the bottom. Yeah, the first hand would have just been so bad if, like, we don't draw forest. Because, like, then what do? We can galvanic bombardment one thing. In this hand, we have enough time where we can draw, you know, either a green card that costs like 3 or 4, or we can draw mountains. Like, if we draw a mountain next turn, we're in great shape. And if we draw like a green 3-drop, we're in good shape. So alright, Sin Prodder's not great. So yeah, we do need to draw a mountain pretty soon. But if we draw a mountain, we can play Sin Prodder, start getting a look at a few more cards, and then we can use our Alchemist Greeting to take out like his Angler or something. If we draw a couple mountains in a row, this is going to be really good for us. He's got, you know, the Field Creeper we can just ping. So we'll see. See if we can have some good draws. Or like we have our green creature that fights. We have a couple 3-drops and things like that. So alright, there's a mountain. So start off with the Sin Prodder, and I think we want to kill this with a Prey Upon. So I think we just... So... Huh. We didn't... As long as we don't kill the Field Creeper before we kill this, we should be okay. I would like to see extra cards off the Sin Prodder, but I think it's so dangerous to let this Angler survive. Yeah, because all our opponent has to do is just have like another Field Creeper in their deck and just flip this, and then we just can't really win. So, not the best exchange for us, but I think we're just trying to buy enough time where we can get like our Smoldering Werewolf online. Like next turn we can drop a Convicted Killer and trade off and just keep buying as much time as we can from our opponent. Yeah, because see right there he would have emerged and then sacked and flipped, and we would have been in a lot of trouble. So good. I think it was a good play. I mean, we would have preferred to have our Sin Prodder. I guess we could have played the Convicted Killer. No, that wouldn't have killed it, right? Yeah, it's a 2/3. So, all right. So, Innkeeper or kill a Wretched Griff. I think we gotta kill this Wretched Griff. Just keep our opponent from really being able to run away with it. Next turn we can play the Innkeeper and like lock down his blue mana. If we draw another mountain, we can play our Werewolf. Thalia. Okay. Thalia is a good draw for our opponent. Alright, so I think we play our Werewolf here. Or, yeah, I think we play our Werewolf because next turn we can transform it. Battlefield deals 1 damage. Each of 2 target creatures. Doesn't matter. Would have liked to get value off of it, but next turn we can kill his Thalia by transforming and attacking. Oh, never mind. So our opponent's in good shape. His answers have lined up against our threats pretty nicely. And all we have left is our Innkeeper and Convicted Killer. So I guess the play would be Innkeeper, tap down Island, unless we draw something. Yeah, so we'll play Innkeeper and Primal Druid, tap down the island. And yeah, Thalia is an annoying card. So we'd love to draw our own Galvanic Bombardment or another Alchemist Greeting or our fight guy. We'll see. See what we can do. We're at a low life total, our opponent's at a high one, so we have quite a bit of work to do. So Convicted Killer, and then 2, 4, 6. I guess there's no reason to play this mountain right now, so we can just pass. So I guess the question is, do we just let him eat our Primal Druid? Probably. Yeah. Get our island just in case. Never know. And well, our Convicted Killer will flip. That will help. Play a mountain. Attack with our Innkeeper. Leave back our Howler, or attack with the Howler. Yeah. This seems fine. Our opponent's just going to get us. So, he's just going to eat our guy and attack us back. And yeah. So there's nothing we can do. Our opponent's going to attack us. We're going to take a bunch. Be forced to block and jump. Yeah, there's not a lot we can do, and any bounce spell just wins it for our opponent. So maybe we just keep the Innkeeper back there. I mean, definitely now that we know he has flash creatures. Let's see how he attacks. Probably just the Behemoth. Force us to block here. Yeah. And any creature we have is going to come into play tapped, so it doesn't matter. So we just, yeah, we can't win. Alright, perfect. So now we really can't win. Concede game. Alright, so I guess like we could bring in the Horde Swarm. or like something. We don't have much that really lets us deal with our opponent's flyers. Yeah, I think we just gotta kill our opponent before he's able to leverage that. We'll play first. Whatever, this is fine. Not great. So we have Sin Prodder into Smoldering Werewolf, I guess. And if we draw a forest, we can play our Prowler right on time. Look at this. If one of these mountains was a forest, we'd have such a good aggressive start. So yeah, our mana hasn't been lining up for us really well. I think like 8 sources of each is pretty reasonable. We could play the Cryptolith Fragment and then like next turn play Prowler plus Sin Prodder. Otherwise he's just playing Sin Prodder, possibly taking the next turn off. Yeah, we'll play Sin Prodder. It's fine. Get a threat on the board. Fragment's a good card. Okay, have him return our threat. So, yeah, I mean, our best draw is like Forest. So we could play like Prowler, Sin Prodder, basically. Yeah, so it's still just Sin Prodder. Because we can trade with his Angler. Yeah. If he feels like that's something he wants to do. Next turn we're playing the Fragment unless we draw a land. And we still might be playing the Fragment. Okay. We're fine with trading here. Another Angler. Okay. So, Forest lets us play either the Werewolf, which I don't want to play, or Noose Constrictor, or, yeah, it's just Fragment plus Prowler. 2 things down. That will give us 5 mana next turn. We can play like a Primal Druid and a Noose Constrictor. We can play the Smoldering Werewolf if he drops something that has 1 toughness. Yeah. Yep. Let him get in. Ooh, a Wretched Griff. So, yeah, I think we want to play Primal Druid plus Noose Constrictor. So that next turn we could emerge our Wretched Griff. That seems like something I'm interested in. So, Primal Druid. Noose Constrictor. I like Noose Constrictor quite a bit. Let's just it allows you to do a lot of powerful broken things, and it has reach. So yeah, next turn we can emerge our Wretched Griff by sacking the Primal Druid. Oh wait, yeah, we can do that because Cryptolith Fragment will give us blue. Drag under our Noose Constrictor. That is acceptable. Ah, good. So I think we just want to emerge. There's no reason to bluff anything. Yeah. So cast with emerge, sacking Primal Druid for okay. We wanted to stack it the other way. Oops. Oops. Oops, cancel. And now we can play our Noose Constrictor. Almost messed it up again. Alright. So, opponent has his own Wretched Griff, which we will be Alchemist Greeting. Alright, so yeah, Alchemist Greeting off of the Noose Constrictor to kill the Wretched Griff and attack with everything. Discard a card. Alchemist Greeting. Okay. Cast it for its madness. Choose target creature. Pay 2. Noose Constrictor gets +1/+1. Attack with the team. See what our opponent wants to do. Does he want to force us to transform? He's not blocking, so we got 3, 6, 7, 8. So 2 more damage isn't really going to do much, but what if he has like a sweeper? Do we really want to play out another creature into a sweeper? Probably not. Let's let's use our mana to transform, just in case he has a sweeper. Because that would be bad. And putting our opponent down to 5 is really good. Okay, Lancers plus Thalia, I would suspect. We're going to be able to get in for 3 in the air. Is our opponent just... So if we play our Lurker, can we just like bounce this and attack for lethal? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Put that on top of the library. Attack with everything. 3 damage. Yeah, that seems right to me. Cast. Put that on top of the library. Yes. Okay. Begin combat. Attack with everything. Unless I'm not seeing something. Looks like our opponent's dead. Alright. And we got there. So we'll see you in round 3.